Hi, this is JC with Route4Me. Who do we have on the call?
Hi, JC. My name is Steven. How's it going today?
Pretty good, Steven. How about you?
I'm doing quite well.
Fantastic. Let's go ahead and get started. I understand you have some questions about Route4Me. You're currently using a different solution?
Yeah, that's correct. I'm currently using a different solution for my routing, and one of my clients referred me to you guys. Haven't been too happy with my old client. It's very slow. I have to manually enter in a lot of the addresses, and I'm really just looking for a more streamlined solution for my company.
Hmm. And, other than having to manually enter addresses and um, being slow, is there anything specific that they're missing or
Um,
something you're looking for?
yeah. So we just need something that's a little bit more user friendly using the website, and they actually don't even have a mobile app.
Okay.
But mainly, just in general, we're looking to switch over and hoping that you can show us how easy that process is.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, Well, switching from a different solution to Route4Me is very easy. Um, you simply have to export the data or the data you have in your current provider, and from there, you just have to um, export it and then re-import it back into Route4Me. I'll show you how to do that. Do you have any restrictions in time as of customers telling you they can only um, receive your driver or your deliveries at a specific time, like sort of like a time window restriction?
Yeah, we have a couple clients that do require a time restriction. We actually haven't even been using a time restriction, so if you guys offer that, that would be great.
Okay, fantastic. All right, let me go ahead and show you how we need to do this. So the first thing we need to do is take a look at your Excel file. I know you sent me a sample file of what you have. I have it right on the screen, right?
Yep.
So the one thing we need to do is just make sure that we change, say for example, customer name. We just change it to alias. Okay.
Okay.
Instead of customer address, we're going to do address. Then customer phone. That's fine. Um, then what I notice here is that you don't have your time window restrictions. All you have to do is create, in order to use time windows, you need to create 3 additional columns. One will be time. I'll explain what that is in just a second. The time window start and the time window end. Okay?
Yep.
So the time column will determine the duration of the stop. Okay? So let's say this stop is going to take, I don't know, 5 minutes, this one's going to take 10 minutes or 20 minutes, and this one will take, I don't know, 15 minutes. Maybe this one takes 10. You see what I'm doing? I'm
Yep.
just putting the number for the duration of the stop, whatever it's going to take for the driver to be there. Then where it comes to the time window and the time window end, um, well, you simply need to create that restriction based on military time. Let's say 8 a.m. to, I don't know, 2 p.m. You notice I'm using military time? Just like that. Just 14 column 00 for 2 p.m. Make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So your data can be used within Route4Me um, with two purposes. I mean, you can just export the data and then upload it to plan a route, a one-time route, or you can actually use the data to plan recurring routes or to include them on future routes as well. I'll show you how to do that. Okay. Now that we have this file ready, I'm going to save it. Okay. Let's go back to Route4Me. Now we go on to my account, and what we need to do, when you log in into Route4Me, the first thing you'll see is your saved routes, your previously saved routes. And all you have to do is, depending on whether you want to plan a route or you want to add those addresses to your um, for future routes, let's talk about how you can use it for future routes. And all we have to use is the address book, and we're going to go into our address book list. Okay? So the one thing we need to do is to click on File and then Upload Addresses. Then you're going to browse for your file. Here's our file. Then the system will go through the process of validating those addresses, and if you have anything to review, you can just click on this icon and edit the address. The system will tell you which addresses have been recognized. Okay? Then we just simply click on Add to Address Book, and now those addresses are saved into our address book. Then you can select them from here and plan routes. Okay? Or you can go onto an address book map and select routes from here. You see that?
Yep.
You can use one of these polygon tools and just kind of grab a section of those addresses, sort of like this, if you will, and plan a route with that. Okay? Now I'll show you how you can use that file to simply go and plan a route. Let's go and click Upload a File. Since we have a file that we're going to upload, we're going to name the route. We're going to schedule the route and say maybe we're doing this tomorrow. The guys are going to start at 7 a.m. and we don't need the service stop or the service times per stop in this box, because we already have it on our file like this under the time column. Make sense?
Yep.
So then we're going to do optimization. We're going to use our multiple drivers section, where you're going to tell the system how many drivers you have available and how many hours you want each driver to work. That's the duration of the route. Okay? So if we were to say maybe 2 drivers available and you want them to work 8 hours, and do they have to come back to the office after they're done, or can they finish the route anywhere?
Yep, they have to come back to the office.
Okay. So as you can see, we're going to select our section and route of departure address, which is our round trip. Okay? That makes it easier for you to simply just upload a file and create one big round trip and keep your drivers efficient at all times. Then the only thing we have to make sure is that we're navigating the system by time, since we're going to work on those restrictions in time, right? So we simply go and create that route, browse for the file. Here it is. And here we go. You can see how the system recognizes the file. Here's their time windows and the service time. You see how that time column turned into service time?
Yep.
We're going to continue to review. Then the system will validate the addresses. If you have anything to review or anything to change or make adjustments to an address, this is the screen where you have to do it, okay? If you have anything to review, we'll come up on this tab, and obviously you can edit that as well. And just simply finish import, and the system will give you a notification for the weather. You know how traffic changes depending on the weather conditions, so you can either apply the changes or simply skip the step. What do you think so far, Steven?
Yeah, it looks good. It's definitely faster than my other software. I'm very concerned that I will lose my data. How would Route4Me prevent me from losing my data if I'm uploading these routes?
There's no since you keep a file in your since you're going to download a file, you keep a copy of that in your files in your computer. Okay. when you upload data into Route4Me, once it's uploaded into Route4Me, it's safe, it's encrypted, and we have bank level security systems that will maintain your data secure, and we're not going to lose any data. Okay.
Okay.
hmm So as you can see, um, the system is planned one round trip and creating the sequence, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then coming back. We do offer a tracking solution that you can use through the mobile application. We offer a mobile application that you can install into an iOS or an Android system, and through that you can actually see live where your drivers are, and um, we can go into more detail for the tracking later on as you move forward. Um, let's take a look at the first stop. See, the first stop had an 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. window, and it's estimating that the driver will be there at 8:30. Okay, so obviously the window was pretty wide open, but still the system decided to make it the first stop. What do you think?
Yeah, I do like that you can set the time windows there. That would definitely be very helpful. We haven't really had a solution for that in the past and in the current, so that could be definitely something that could be useful for us.
Fantastic. Yeah, Route4Me, Steve, will help you make informed decisions whether you need more drivers, less drivers. Maybe there's not that much work during the day. You can send a few drivers home. They'll save you money on payroll. You can save money on gas, vehicle depreciation, and we'll start pushing your business forward instead of, um, you know, costing you time and money towards a different solution. So let's go ahead and activate your account. We'll put you in contact with our onboarding department so that you can start learning how to use all these functionalities, okay?
Great.
Alrighty, I'll send you an email right away.
Great.
Talk to you later, Steve.
Yep. Thank
Have
you,
a good one.
Steve.